A four-year title drought came to an end on Wednesday night for the Magnolia Hotshots when they defeated the Alaska Aces 100-86 in Game 6 of the 2018 PBA Governors Cup Finals at the Ynares Center here. It was an early Christmas present for the Hotshots as they wrapped up the best-of-7 series, 4-2, to clinch their first PBA crown in 4 years. Magnolia's last championship had come in the 2014 PBA Governors Cup when San Mig Coffee, the Hotshots team name at the time, defeated rain or shine in 5 games to complete a Grand Slam under coach Tim Cohn. From there, the Purefoods franchise took a long road back to the top of the PBA mountain, a journey that saw them trade longtime team cornerstone James Yap to rain or shine in exchange for Paul Lee in 2016. 2 years later, Lee would drain the game-winning jumper in Game 5 that put the Hotshots on the brink of a title. In Game 6, he had 16 points, 4 rebounds and 2 assists. Romeo Travis, who played for Alaska in the 2015 Governors Cup, led the way for the Hotshots with 32 points, 17 rebounds, and 6 assists. Ian Sangalang, 16, and Mark Barocca, 13, also reached double-digit scoring for Magnolia. Barocca was named Finals MVP, the second time in his career that he won the award after the 2013-14 Philippine Cup. He averaged 11 points, 3.2 rebounds, 3.2 assists and 1.8 steals per game in the final series. Quick start. The Hotshots opened the game with 12 unanswered points, capped by back-to-back layups by Mark Barocca and Romeo Travis that compelled Alaska coach Alex Compton to call a quick timeout. Following the break in action, the Aces finally got on the board thanks to 3-pointers by Chris Panchero and Kevin Rackle. But Magnolia had an answer for every bucket. After 2 free throws by Rackle, made it a 7-point game, 19-12, with 5 minutes left, the Hotshots uncorked an 11-2 run to surge ahead by double digits once more, 30-14. Gio Jalalan shone in the run, assisting on buckets for Travis and spinning into the lane for layups. The Aces again trimmed the deficit to 7 points, 44-37, with 5:10 left in the second period thanks to 2 charities by Mike Harris. But Rodney Brondial scored off a putback, and Lee and Barocca each drained 3 points for a 52-37 edge. Travis put his personal stamp on the game in the final minute of the first half as he drilled a triple with 23 seconds to go, then soundly rejected Cruz's attempt at the buzzer to send the Hotshots into the break with a commanding 60-42 lead. The 18-point cushion was insurmountable for Alaska. Try as they might, the Aces were never able to bring the lead to below 10 points in the second half. The Hotshots led by as many as 20, 85-65, after Lee drilled a 3-pointer with 10:30 to play in the game. Alaska's last rally came with 4:32 left after Simon Enciso scored 5 straight points to make it a 12-point game, 91-79. But Barocca nailed a floater in Magnolia's next possession, and the Hotshots cruised to victory from there. SMC slam. Barocca also had 5 rebounds and 4 assists, while Gio Jalalan finished with 11 points and 5 dimes. The Hotshots made 47% of their field goals and converted 10 3-pointers to fuel their offense. Alaska was led by Harris, who finished with 26 points and 24 rebounds. Panchero had 20 points, while Girantang added 14 points. However, the Aces got little from their other offensive threats, and they shot only 36% from the field all throughout the game. Moreover, they struggled to keep up with the Hotshots' movement and could never claw their way out of the early hole that Magnolia put them in. With the triumph, the Purefoods franchise now has 14 PBA titles, tying them with Alaska for second most in the PBA. The San Miguel beer franchise still owns the record with 25. Chito Victorero also became the 14th former PBA player to win a title as head coach. Magnolia's triumph also ensured that all 3 conferences of the PBA's 43rd season were ruled by a team from the San Miguel Corporation. San Miguel triumphed in the Philippine Cup, followed by Barangay Ginabra's victory in the Commissioner's Cup. The scores. Magnolia 102, Travis 32, Sangalang 16, Lee 16, Barocca 13, Jalalan 11, De La Rosa 7, Herndon 5, Brondial 2, Melton 0, Rivas 0. Alaska 86, Harris 26, Panchero 20, Teng 14, Enciso 9, Cruz 6, Rackle 5, Baclau 4, Thus 2, Pascual 0, Casio 0, Galigas 0, Maggots 0. Quarters, 32-18, 60-42, 80-63.